The New York Yankees have traded for third baseman Ryan McMahon from the Colorado Rockies. They find their third baseman, and he's under contract for not just this year, but the 2 years following as well in both 2026 and 2027. Now, Ryan McMahon comes over for two pitching prospects, one of them being Griffin Herring, the other being Josh Groves, both of whom are in Hudson Valley right now at the high A level. Griffin Herring was a 2024 draft pick in the 6th round who posted a 1.71 ERA in 16 starts with a 28.5% strikeout rate and a 10.1% walk rate. Josh Groves has had some ups and downs at Hudson Valley, but does have a pretty interesting repertoire, and I do think he ends up being a big league pitcher. He has a 4.14 ERA, a 26% strikeout rate, and a 9.7% walk rate. Now, we know the Yankees are a team that has been able to churn out pitching prospects, and they have once again churned out late-round pitching prospects into a player that helps them at this year's deadline, but there are concerns with Ryan McMahon, and we'll talk about his profile, all of that and more right now. Now, Ryan McMahon this season has an 88 weighted runs created plus. That means he has been a below average hitter by about 12%, and he's a really good defensive player. Those are things the Yankees will take at the third base position. We talked about Isiah Kiner-Falefa being a player who we would covet for third base because if you're going to get a marginal player at third, you could get a rental and not get someone who costs you so much. Isiah Kiner-Falefa would have been that guy, in my opinion, but Ryan McMahon provides a similar player with what I imagine the Yankees perceive as more upside because of the power, because of the left-handed power at Yankee Stadium. Ryan McMahon hit 16 home runs so far through 100 games. He's hitting the ball harder. He's generating more barrels than last year, and those are all signs that maybe, just maybe, there is a better profile to be had here. He's hitting the ball in the air more. Maybe the Yankees view this as a player who they can improve further. He's walking at a career-high 12.2% rate, but he's also striking out 31.7%, which is the highest mark he's posted in a non-COVID season ever. And that is a little bit concerning to me. I wonder how that player is going to perform away from Colorado, away from Coors Field, especially considering that this year he has struggled on the road. Now, a lot of players have experienced struggles on the road when they come over from Coors, and there are both statistical reasons and non-statistical reasons for it. Last year, McMahon was actually better on the road than he was at home, so sometimes it could be better, sometimes it could be worse. It's a little bit hard to figure out, and for the Yankees' perspective, you're trading with the Colorado Rockies, an organization who is not very data savvy, who is not very intelligent in terms of how to develop players relative to the rest of the league. They're certainly smarter than your average Joe, but, you know, you stack them up with the Yankees or the Dodgers, and you have to wonder whether the Yankees believe there is low-hanging fruit here for them to fix. They did acquire a similar kind of player in terms of project or underperforming relative to their talent level across the industry, and that was Jazz Chisholm, whom the New York Yankees acquired when he was I believe a league average hitter in terms of OPS plus and WRC plus before he ended up breaking out and becoming a real impact player for the Yankees. Now, this keeps Jazz at second, you reinforce the defense at third, you add someone who can hit for some power. I get it. I see where the Yankees are going with this. I just don't know if Ryan McMahon's a great fit. But you look at the stadium he's going to be playing in. He's playing in Yankee Stadium. He is a big pulled fly ball hitter. And the Yankees are an organization that likes left-handed pull hitters. And we'll see if Ryan McMahon ends up being that good fit, ends up being that player who can lengthen their lineup, who can be, probably a bottom of the order kind of player and hit some home runs and provide some offense. He does have pretty good exit velocity numbers. He's in the 98th percentile in average exit velocity, the 79th percentile in barrel rate, and the 87th percentile in hard hit percentage. He's also in the 64th percentile in chase rate. He's chasing less than in years past. So we'll end up seeing how things end up going. So I do want to note the road splits are not my number one concern here. The road splits tend to be a thing that ex-Rocky players improve upon. I don't know if that's a big variable here because, again, he's had years where he's been better on the road and then years where he's been worse on the road. I am just a believer that, hey, when your entire career is you being a below-average hitter offensively, I just kind of think that's who you are. And so, yeah, we'll see. Again, I wonder if the Yankees believe there's low-hanging fruit here. I wonder if the Yankees believe there's a player to improve here. He is hitting the ball to right field way more than in previous years in the air. He has an 18.8% pull air percentage. It's the highest mark of his career. He's hitting fastballs way better than he did last year. Again, I wonder if that is something the Yankees have looked at and said, hey, I would like to target this player because of that. And who knows? Maybe the Yankees make those adjustments with him. Maybe he does end up clicking and that power to right field ends up playing out really well. And again, you are getting a brilliant defender. He is in the 91st percentile in outs above average. And over the last few years, he's been a brilliant, brilliant defensive player. It's very hard for me to sit here and say the Yankees didn't get better at third base. They got a 1.4 WAR player through the season versus what they have at third, which is, I believe, like a negative, combined like negative 0.7 WAR. Going to be hard for me to sit here and tell you the Yankees got worse at third base. But again, I think there were more inspiring upgrades. I think Eugenio Suarez was one of those more inspiring upgrades. But as we had started to talk about more on the podcast, the direction for the Yankees seemed to be more centered around run prevention instead of run scoring. Now, I think McMahon's a brilliant enough defender where you can live with the offense. And again, that's part of the value here. You're getting an elite defensive player. That is a big key here. That is something the Yankees needed. The Yankees are a joke in their infield defense. They needed to be better in that regard. I have harped that point time and time again over the last few weeks because it was truly embarrassing what we were seeing. Their infield pull time in and time out. He's got a good arm for third base. He's got tools defensively that are going to make him very, very nice to watch day in and day out on the defensive side of the ball. He's 6'2". He's a big lefty. Again, we'll see how the bat plays at Yankee Stadium. And we'll see how the Yankees work with him because the Yankees are a better organization, in my opinion, than the Rockies. And the Rockies are an organization that is known for wasting talent. The Yankees, the comment section will disagree with me on this one, but the Yankees are not known for bringing in guys and them getting worse in the Bronx. So the Yankees, I think, brought in someone who makes sense from a defensive standpoint and is a bit perplexing from an offensive standpoint. That contract is going to be weird. I wonder if the Rockies are paying any of it. We haven't gotten any information to confirm or deny whether that's the case. And we'll see if the Yankees start going out and taking pitchers. So, yeah, the Yankees end up getting a third baseman. That's what we have for you guys today. Quick update, quick report, quick thing from Mark Feinstein. Credit to him. Great reporting job from him. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great rest of your day. Let's go Yankees. And we'll keep you posted on what goes on at this year's trade deadline.
Perfect.